Hi, my name is Agozuri Onibo, and I am on the champion moment to share things that women should know before they get into a relationship. I will start with one, which is know yourself. You've got to know yourself, girl. You are also toxic, sis. You are toxic. You've got some characters and that you need to change to become better. Be in a constant state of growth that will make you elevated, honestly. Communication skill. Work on your communication skill. It will help you a whole lot. Be yourself with grace, baby girl. Be yourself with grace. You need all of that, but be it positively with grace. Conflict resolution, girl. You need to know how to manage conflicts when it comes into your relationship. Be the whole. Don't come halfway. Be aware of your expectations, sister. Nobody's perfect.
Hi guys, hey everyone. So, on today's special episode is the beautiful Shiski.
Hello everyone.
I'm sure you guys have seen her before. I hope you remember her. University stuff, right? So go watch that video so you remember. Hey girl.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good.
What do you think would be the first thing you want to tell women? Like the first thing they are supposed to know before entering into a serious relationship?
I feel like you should talk about bills. Yeah, you should talk about bills before you say I do. For me, I feel that
The marriage
like,
aspect, right?
yeah, before
Good.
you dive into the whole marriage thing,
Mm.
you should talk about bills. Discuss bills,
Okay.
like credit, debit.
Yeah.
How do you people want to handle your home? These things might change with time.
Yes.
It's important you discuss these things,
Mm.
and at least you know where that person is headed.
Okay.
Who pays the school fees? Who pays the
Never
rent?
feel.
Do you get like who gets who is in charge of buying? And do you want to have a jointed account? Do you want to have separate
Everything finance
accounts? Yeah,
bills.
just talk about
Okay. So mine for the second one would be you should attract who you want to become. Like for the ladies, like most times we go for men that don't make sense. Like you know, inside your heart you're feeling it like this person is awful, but you just want to try. Please don't try. I've been there, done that. It was just off. It was off. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Cut it off. Don't go attracting someone you don't like.
I feel like you should discuss parenting skills. Yeah. How do you want to bring up your children? What kind of training do you want?
Them to have, right?
Yeah, you should talk about that. It might change. It might change with time, but it's best you know the kind of, because people have different ways they want to bring up their children.
Their kids, yeah.
Yeah, you hear someone tell you, oh, I want my children to be homeschooled. But you get some will tell you my children should from time to time go home, like back in the village and meet their grannies and all that, you know. Just generally talk about parenting styles.
Skills.
I feel it's important before
Yes.
you say I
The
do.
dating part now for those that are trying to enter a relationship, I would say tap into your godly femininity. Like when I mean godly femininity, I'm not saying just law of attraction. I'm saying like tap into who God has created you to become. That woman you need, like that woman that when she walks into your room, she takes the whole place. She's like in charge of the moment.
Yeah.
And she knows her limits and she knows what she doesn't want,
True.
what she wants, what she deserves. Tap into it and you will see your life change. At this point in time, I'm single, not searching yet because I have things I want to work on. And we discussed this sometime before even starting. We're like, school, we have people who want to work on their schooling. For us, we've finished. Well, I mean, master's.
I think religion is important.
Your faith.
Yeah, it's important. For some women, they'll tell you, "Oh, I'm a Catholic. I can't date someone. I can't get married
If you're
to
a
someone
lady
that cannot date someone that is not maybe going to the same church with you."
With you, yeah.
You table it out and
Let the
discuss.
man know.
And one time I met someone who I'm a Catholic though, yeah. So I met someone who told me that he cannot date me because I'm a Catholic.
Okay.
And I told him, hey, I don't have a problem with
Churches,
with
right?
churches, right? It's just one God. We're still serving the same God.
Yeah.
So for me as a Catholic, I really do not have an issue. If I'm to get married to you, I don't mind. I
Okay.
don't mind. We're serving the same God, so I don't really mind.
Okay.
But he told me, oh no, he can't. That his ex this and his ex that.
Be with someone who has a great sense of humor. So serious. Sometimes people think marriage is too serious. Like you have to just the bills, the children. You don't take your girl on dates, or if you're dating, you don't go on dates. You don't play. You don't like
Those
cheat.
things you were
You know,
doing
very
before,
important.
yeah,
The things you used to do. I don't know, but to me, if it's not funny, I don't want
You
it.
need to find a way to always keep that fun in.
Like-
Yes. Try to look for new ways.
10 years, you're still
creative
married and
ways,
happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of spicing the whole.
That would help.
relationship.
Spicing up your relationship is humor. Humor helps. You can't tell me that if someone is too serious, you will like them. Even sometimes another thing is like, let's not judge based on the physical looks now, because sometimes someone's face looking so serious, but when you come close to them, you're surprised like, this person is even fun to be with. So disregard just facial. I'm not saying date someone that looks weird to you, but like the humor. There's a lot of things to do with humor. When you're in a serious mood, you can switch it up. You too, be humorous. It will help.
You have to do
So
so
what do you think? Yes,
You have to do
that's what
so
people don't know when
You can
dating.
just look for little things.
Details.
Just spice the whole thing up. Like you can come in today and be like, oh there, I don't want you to make dinner today. We are going out. These are little
Period.
things you do from time to time,
Mm.
and it matters.
It does.
And it counts. But people don't, they don't take it so serious.
You know that thing some people do when they are married, they'll be like, that's their achievements.
Yeah,
They'll
yeah,
relax
yeah.
and they won't take care of their health, their body, they'll just leave themselves. Please go take care of yourself. Take care of yourself.
So
Make
just
sure that you're
little
mentally
things,
good, you're
spice
physically
up.
good. Spice up the relationship, make sure you're okay. So yeah, that would be it. So what would be your fourth on your list?
This might sound crazy, but I think it's important the mental history of
Okay.
who you want to say yes. You need to put the English version because I have to say this thing
Sure.
in Igbo.
Sure.
Jukwa ya mandi beya anabala. It's very, very important. Yes, it's important the history
It's
they
true.
have.
But it's true.
The family history where you are working
Yeah.
into. You should know. So these are things people just neglect.
Like throw away, like
They just
I love
throw
him.
away.
I hate hearing that, but I love him. But I love him. Like, is that all?
Love is
Did they
not
chop love?
enough. Love alone is not enough. So you should know that.
Please, ask mental history, health history, everything. Like basically everything, right? Basically everything that needs to do with mental health and everything. That would be good, because I think if we find out on time, we'll not know, do I still want to manage?
Yeah.
Or can we
you
compromise? God bless you.
Yeah.
God bless
So
you.
these are things you should.
Please check sexual compatibility we're talking about in the car. I think that makes sense. That makes sense. Please, so that you won't have issues with your children, your babies will be healthy.
Yeah.
You know
the
have SS and all those
genotype.
things.
This thing is quite important.
But I love him. Why?
In this 21st century,
Why?
you still want to bring in children that are SS. These people go through hell.
Do you know what
I
is
wish we
pain?
knew. I wish. So it's important you ask that. That should be your first date question. What is your genotype?
On period, like it's like you should wear it as a face cap.
It's important. No, it's fine if you are AA.
Yes.
And AA,
Yes.
they are usually arrogant with that question. I'm AA by the way. Same thing. So we don't always do that. But hey, if you are AS, it's important you ask that
Ask,
question.
go.
For the sake of your
At the
children.
back.
For the sake of your own mental health.
Yes.
Because you be the one driving them
The
around.
truth. You know their mother and father again. Yeah. Who will drive them before?
If you can save yourself that future stress. why
Yes. Okay, my fourth one now, we're getting to the end, would be know your place in a man's life. You know, this thing, I thought it was not true until I by myself experienced it. Sometimes you think you're a friendly friend to somebody, but you're just an acquaintance. And you're thinking that he likes you like that. He likes you as a friend, but you're not thinking in your head that you're his girlfriend. I say you're not his girlfriend until you ask him. Not like asking him, do you want me to be your girlfriend? No, that's too forward. Like, what do you want this thing to be? Do you want us to just stay as normal friends or what? I think that sounds better. That would intrigue him to be like, oh, because I asked somebody and the person was like, oh, that this person is just his friend. And I'm like, well, you should let her know that she's just your friend. I don't think you should string somebody along and break their hearts. Please, though, be careful how you break people's hearts out here. We're tired because hurt people hurt other people.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's sickening.
true,
It's sickening to
true.
me.
Mm. It's messed up.
I don't know. I
It's
don't know why
messed
you go hurting others. Heal first before you enter a relationship.
True.
That would help. That would help. So, what would be your final on your list?
Career.
Wow.
Yeah.
I never saw that coming.
Career. It's important you know what the person you are saying yes to, the future spouse, what they do, their interests, their current interests,
Yeah.
their future interests.
Okay.
You know,
As you
so
go by,
so
right?
you are not surprised. One day he wakes up and tell you, "Oh, I no longer want to do this. I want to start doing this."
Yes.
And you won't see that coming. But if it's something you've discussed before,
Yeah.
you know that okay, this person can actually dive into this. You know, just know the kind of person you want to say yes to.
Yeah.
It's important you know that. But for me now, that I'm into academics,
Yes.
if the person
Full-time.
if the person coming like interested in me does not like that,
Yes, has a problem.
has a problem with it, you have to start running.
Yeah.
Because it has come to stay, you
Mm.
get. It
It's
has
what you
come to-
love, it's your
it's
passion.
what I love doing, you know. And then amongst other stuff.
Yes.
So it's important you guys discuss career.
Yeah.
I feel it's important. You know what your man is into.
Mm.
You know what he's currently doing.
Yeah.
You know the areas that he has passion for. You know, just things that attract him. It's
Okay.
important you discuss career.
It makes sense. It makes sense. Okay, so my final would be have your own money as a woman. It would
Right.
help you.
Okay.
It would help you.
Not
Like this
bad.
idea of every time you're calling your husband, sometimes I think the man himself gets irritated at some point. Like he won't say it, but his facial expression will show you that. Still, babe supposed to handle this
Yeah,
one.
there are some
She's
stuff
supposed to
you
handle this
should
one.
be able to
Maybe
fix. That's why
sharp something.
that's why I said views.
It's part of
Views.
it.
It's part of it.
Yeah.
It's part of it. So yeah, you need to discuss your financial
Yes, and please, temperament is also in there somehow. Like how angry someone gets.
tolerance level.
Ah.
I was discussing with my friend
Oh,
and we
Lord.
were talking about tolerance level. It's
You'll be
import-
surprised what you will
it's
see.
important, seriously. It's important because
Hmm.
but we're not saying you should tolerate
Everything.
Just deal with what you can and what you cannot tolerate or compromise. You know, the things you see when you are dating,
Mm.
those things are going to be amplified in marriage.
Thank you.
So if you don't like them when you are dating, you won't love them when you are married.
No, you won't.
Because it's going to be times two.
Yeah.
So
Say
it's not
something
going
you
to
don't mind.
stop. It won't stop. It's just going to be amplified.
Mm.
So if you can't deal with what you have going on at the moment,
Just dating, run.
there's no need.
TikTokers will say your eye will see what your mouth cannot see.
Right.
Women and men act differently, and until we understand it, we'll not get relationships